city, your podcast.
I love college football. College football is awesome. I don't have a team, which I feel like a lot of people are like, how can you not have a college football team? Well, here's how. I don't have a team because I just love the story of college football. Every year, it's another story. You know, last year, you had BYU and Coastal Carolina. Who was going to be the Cinderella team? Neither of which ended up being a Cinderella team, but still, it was an awesome story to follow. I was backing the Cougars all season long. Shout out Tyler Weeks. He's a diehard BYU fan, and I fell in love with that team. It was hard not to fall in love with the story of Zach Wilson and just how he excelled. And it was very Joe Burrow-esque, which gets me into Joe Burrow the year before. The story of Joe Burrow and the LSU Tigers. That's what I fall in love with college football. I don't have to fall in love with a team because, frankly, Pitt stinks. I don't like Penn State. Who am I going to root for? Duquesne? Like, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I just love that about college football is that you can hop into any game and there's a storyline to follow. And I give credit to the announcers for that, mostly. They do their research. They're really good at it. And they get you invested in these teams. Like, I could be watching two Sunbelt teams I never heard of, and I'm invested. So that's what I love about college football. Now, looking into this season, I think everybody's like hopping on this Oklahoma bandwagon, right? Everybody's like, oh, Spencer Rattler's the second coming, like blah, blah, blah. I haven't liked Spencer Rattler since he was a senior in high school. And he was on that QB1 show on Netflix. The kid's just got a bad attitude, and he's not even that great. I mean, I don't look at the stats, but just watching him play, I'm like, okay, he dominates the bad teams, and he struggles with the good teams. I don't know why everybody wants to crown him the Heisman winner right now, because that just doesn't make sense in my eyes. I don't know why you would do that. I'll get into my Heisman winner later, because we are going to talk a little sports betting, and I'm going to go through my future bets here. But, yeah, Oklahoma right now, I guess, is the front runner for a lot of people to win it all. Obviously, you have Ohio State. Ohio State's always going to be competitive, and Alabama's also going to be competitive. But I think I saw Lee Corso actually isn't putting Alabama in the playoff, which is kind of wild to me. But also Lee Corso's, I don't know why they keep putting him on college football, like the morning show. Maybe it's his choice, but I feel like they're beating a dead horse, and he just wants to enjoy watching college football for the rest of his life. And they're like, no, we got to put you on camera. And he's like, whatever. So I believe Oklahoma has a shot. They might get to the championship. But I really don't think that they're going to win much else. Just watching them last year, sure, they may have improved, but I just don't see that team going too far with Spencer Rattler as their QB. He makes too many mental errors, and I'm just not a fan of him. I don't like his attitude. I don't like the guy. It's weird for me as a 24-year-old to say I don't like that 20-year-old or however old he is, but still. Other than that, I'm looking forward to watching some other teams. Illinois shocked us last weekend. They might be a story to follow. They might be a team to look out for, or just if their game's on, you're going to watch because it's going to be a storytelling season for them, I think. But another team that I think is a dark horse, or maybe some people don't think it's a dark horse. They're like, oh, yeah, well, we saw that coming last year. I'm looking at Cincinnati. And that's also where my Heisman winner plays, Desmond Ridder. That kid can sling the ball. The kid's great. That team, pretty decent. They came very close to winning a bowl game last year. I believe it was the Peach Bowl. I think they're going to have a resurgence, And that's going to be the team to watch all year long. Anytime I see Cincinnati on ESPN, I'm going to try and tune in. But that's where I stand right now in college football. I'm also looking forward to watching BYU again this year. I forget the name of their starting quarterback, but I'm more intrigued to watch Isaac Rex at tight end. I believe he's a second-year tight end. The dude's gigantic. Like, I know the Steelers just drafted Pat Freiermuth, but if we could have waited a couple years to get a tight end, I would have waited out for Isaac Rex. Dude is a giant, got hands that are covered in like honey, just sticks right to him, you know? And this dude's just great. I love him. I think he's great. He's going to have a great year this year. And obviously, I'm looking forward to BYU football. Thanks a lot, Beefy.